What? Morning thoughts. Morning thoughts. Morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to Audrey Wright. Audrey, thank you for being the first one in this morning. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Shout out to all professions. Shout out to the lawyers, doctors, Indian chiefs, followers, leaders, military personnel, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, bus driver, car driver, taxi driver, food delivery driver. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. I started this live off just now, right? To show you how I'm multitasking and doing so many different things at once. I started this live off just now, and I looked in the camera and realized I didn't even have a hat on. My hat that says SouFLoTV. Yeah, Clot. It's one of them kind of morning there. Please do not be offended. There's some church people in here. As soon as I said Clot, they are ready to leave. Okay? For those of you who don't know, if you see the bottom of this, it says, don't be scared. I'm just expressing myself. Don't be scared. I'm just expressing myself. Clot. It's nothing bad. All right. We've been taught that clot was something bad. It's nothing bad. Although old school Jamaicans will debate you to the grave. But for those of you who are not really Jamaican and you always wanted to know what it means, we've been over this many times before, but I feel the need to refresh every time I put the shirt on. Somebody's met me outside and said, your grandmother would not be proud seeing you wearing that shirt. That's a vulgar shirt, and you shouldn't wear it, SouFLo, because there are people who follow you, and, you know, that's a vulgar shirt. A vulgar shirt, and my granny wouldn't be proud. Well, my granny has gone on to live or dwell in the realms of the ancestors, okay? My granny is not here. And clot is what it is this morning. It's a clotish kind of morning. If you're tired of hearing clot and cock your ears, I'm tired of people telling us what to say, telling us what is bad. I want to ask everybody this before we go any further. What do we call a bombo? What is a bombo? I know what is a clot, but what is a bombo? Eh? And then clot is like when we lick you. You remember them used to say, yo, man, me clot you down, you know. Because you see, you notice it's not spelled cloth as in C-L-O-T-H. It's clot, C-L-A-A-T. Clot, right? Bombo clot. What is a bombo? Nobody knows. There you go. So how can it be offensive? It's an expression, man. Car, look up in a car going down the street and you witness the car accident. Bang! You say, bombo clot. Like that. Woman pass her body big and round and nice and juicy, and you say, bombo clot. Like, yo. You know? It's just, I don't know. You lick your toe up on the side of the bed. You walking around the house, you doing your thing and clap off your little toe. Y'all do that all the time, right? Bend up your little toe up on the bed foot. It's just an expression, all right? It's just an expression. Erica Senior says, I am not laughing. Hey, Erica, it's all right. You don't have to laugh. The reality is, it is pad. Crystal G, I don't know who tell us a pad. That's what people who want it to be something bad tells you, that it's pad. I don't know pad, because back then them not even did have pad. Them used to have clot, right? And you're gonna tell me that them used to use the clot to catch their menstrual blood and then wash out the clot, so them call it bomber clot. That don't make no sense. It don't add up according to our history. I've been here quite some time. I've been here, let me see, decades and decades and decades and decades. So me know what I talk about. No, it don't add up. You must understand that there was a group of people who still are. Jamaica is a very how should we say it now? One of them kind of classism kind of place there. That's how our culture run, and enough classism. You see me? So there were always those who felt like certain things that came from our people before, they always try to eliminate all those things, right? Don't say this, don't say that, this is bad, that means something bad, this means something bad, when all it was expression and forms of expression. And when they didn't understand how the people were expressing themselves because they couldn't read them, then they wanted to eliminate those. So they gave you ways to express yourself that they can read through. It's just like one time the slave them were planning their rebellion, and right under master nose, and master didn't know what was going on unless another slave did go tell him, yes sir master, them ain't my people, use my people master. I'm gonna tell you what that drone mean. Anytime you hear him say badam and then he hits bum bum behind it, that means they leaving tonight master. Yes sir, they's planning on running away tonight master. Let's take this call. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Bomber clock is what wrestlers in Japan, we know who they work from them and fuck up them, but they don't have none of them big bellies, truck minded. Each one weighs about 400 pounds.
You're talking about sumo wrestlers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. But, so that's what I know. It's a bomber clock was.
Well, our thing existed before that.
Okay.
Yeah. We for us is just a form of expression. There's nothing called bomber clot for us except for us saying bomber clot is a form of expression. All right.
Bye.
All right. Yeah, just a bomber clot is what the sumo wrestlers wear, cover up them big ass over in Japan. You know, them big man there that do sumo wrestling, them weigh about 500 pounds, and them run and clash in the middle of the ring, so tap each other. Yeah, that is the bomber clot that's covering up their ass. That would be a Ross clot then. It would be bomber clot. That would be a Ross clot. Yo, boy, big up on yourself. Thank you for being here this morning. I'm feeling very festive. The children are going to the doctor this morning. So you know we are gonna squeeze in a 1 hour and 30 minutes possibly, and keep it festive, and then keep on moving. What is going on with Lady Saw and Queen Ifrica? Lady Saw and Queen Ifrica are going at it, and Lady Saw, Miss Lady Saw, because this is not Marian Hall answering. This is Lady Saw answering. You have Lady Saw, you have Marian Hall. This is Minister Marian Hall. She put on the Bible for a minute. She's back to being Lady Saw, and the gloves are off. And you know, she ready. She boxing. She throwing blows, and she's saying some pretty hurtful stuff. The other day, Missy Queen Ifrica do a video, and her head top look like it's thinning. You know, the head top peel out. Remember I told y'all, I said, you women, you won't even allow us men to age in peace. Oh, girl, he going bald. Man, you might as well cut the rest of that off. It don't look good and all that. While you're able to put on makeup, mascara, 10 different shades of this, 4 different levels of foundation, extend your eyelashes, wig, weave, and everything else you want to wear, right? And modify yourself. We can't do none of that. And now we have our own lace fronts, so we're good to go, right? Okay. But I said that women, you be thinning out in the top 2. So nobody act like how we alone be thinning out. Y'all be thinning out too. Y'all just have stuff that's accepted as you putting it on. Anyhow, when Queen Ifrica did the video, the first thing we see was like up here so ball out. So I was like, damn, Queen Ifrica going ball like Bujo in the top, right? So our beanie. So what's going on there? But then I seen somebody said like Tony Rebel like grab her hair when he beat her and pop out some of her locks them and these kind of things. And I laugh because not that it's okay. Okay, I'm not trying to be politically correct this morning. I denounce domestic violence in every way possible. I don't think man should hit woman, woman should hit man. Nobody should be hitting anybody. Keep your hands to your damn self, right? However, I did laugh. I feel guilty now, but I did laugh. A little bit of guilt, but I did laugh. Somebody said that the comment was funny at the time, right? It's just like if me come on and one of my eye them did swell up. Remember when the baby did juke out my eye and somebody say, oh, Shakira thumping me in my eye, everybody laugh, right? Nobody said, damn, that why are we laughing? That's domestic violence. His wife punched him in his eye, kind of thing. Them just laugh. So anyhow, me laugh. But I found the comment, because I've heard this before, that she get beaten all the time. So I'm like, is Queen Ifrica man beating her? No, I'm not gonna say Tony Rebel, because they might not be together. I mean, I don't know Queen Ifrica personally. I don't know if she's with Tony Rebel. I don't know if they're referring to a next man where used to beat her, or whatever the case may be. But I've heard that it's Tony Rebel because somebody said it outright. That's one person said a Tony Rebel drag her by her hair while her locks pop out up her top. So, and the next person said, yeah man, that's why Tony Rebel always a beat out the blouse and skirt. So I'm thinking that they're together and that's her man, and that's what people are insinuating. However, I saw a comment from Lady Saw, who responded to Queen Ifrica, and she responded to Queen Ifrica with some of those same accusations, if you might call them, Will. And we're going to get into all that, though. Before we do all that, something weird came up that I wanted to show y'all. We existing in a different time and space. You know what I'm saying? Some people would like for me to only speak about Jamaican stuff, but I don't live in Jamaica. I'm always there, but I don't live there. And I was raised mostly in the US, believe it or not. Seeing? So I know some people are like, SouFLo, you were raised mostly in the US? You never come to America when you did big? No, me come to America from a little tiny picnic. But I just stayed close to my culture. So even though I'm able to do that, I'm still able to switch. So I do cater to the other side of me who find things interesting. So just ride along with me, because this is the SouFLoTV experience. Not true? All right. We're going to get into all that. We're going to get into Lady Saw Marian Hall response to Queen Ifrica. We're going to get into Queen Ifrica denies Marian Hall, Lady Saw's claim that she is actually a lesbian. And then I went and found pictures with them together from back in the day. So it seems like they actually used to be friends. So what is the real beef about? How are really going? Queen Ifrica, how are going? Lady Saw, what is happening? We're going to dig into all that. All right. There's a story here that's called My Younger Girlfriend is Burning My Pockets, which I think we should get into just to leave the weekend on a good note. Some of you men are going to go out there this weekend and you're going to overextend yourself and you're going to be crying about it later. And someone want to kill the girl because the girl go into something. And, I always have a message for you because I'm a man myself, right? All right, I'm going to have them problem there. So I'm going to tell you how not to have them problem there. And and then there's Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness raps critics of massive salary increase for local politicians. Spoken like a true con man. If we never hear what Andrew, if we never hear what Andrew say, after the people them beat him and are saying this is wrong. Are you serious? 200% pay hike on a multi-million-dollar salary already, blah, blah, blah. The people are speaking out. Now prominent people are speaking out, especially entertainers. You know how Bounty Killer stay already. When him take up a topic, and Killer don't take up the topic, and along came others who have taken up the topic as well, and they're voicing out loudly, Buju Banton among them, among others, right? It wrong, and a bag of other things. But Andrew, with no shame, gets on the microphone and gives a speech addressing such forth and so forth. And we're going to talk about that. I think Wifey did send me a video, if I can find it, of a doctor in Jamaica, actually, who said something about something, and it's like they're coming for him. So it's like you're not even allowed to speak. But I'm not going to hear what I'm saying because I really haven't watched the video yet, and you're going to hear it with me. Before I get into all that, though, what the hell is going on with us? We're really living in a different time. This is an artist, right? I want you to go look up this dude. Look up an artist named Little Wap. We live in a time now where technology is at our fingertips, so we can let me show you Little Wap then. Someone are gonna say, me no know if I switch my phone and listen to you at the same time. While don't worry, I just find out how to do it too. Okay, people used to be talking to me and they used to be like, okay, just open another page and put in the information there. I mean, I look on my phone, I'm like, I'm ashamed to tell them, say, I don't know how to do it, kind of thing. All right. So, me know that someone probably don't know how to do it. But I'll do it for you. So, Lil Wap. This is Lil Wap before his transition. I'm showing you something. The world is getting serious out there for our children. Me have children out there. Then I have children out there, and my children. How you know about Wapster? Rajani, I told you I was raised in the US. I pay attention to everything that's going on around me. So definitely I'm into this culture, right? All right. Look, just to give you an idea who I'm talking about. So you see this young brother right here, right? All right, man, look like hardcore, them kind of something there. Yeah, all $100 bills. I'm out in the streets. I'm in these streets. I'm deep. You know, gang. I'm getting a whole lot of money. You know, we don't put the police. We do. Yeah, that's the vibe, right? Big long guns with long extended clips and all that. You know how them go already. Overly toxic masculinity type kind of something behavior and criminal endorsement them that's their thing. Look on them good enough. Why you look good enough? Cause we are living our time now where we have to talk, you know. I want to look good enough. You see him? Yeah, all right. Like a rebel, like a Rasta baby. Somebody else said SouFLo don't mix Rasta in this blouse and skirt. That same person, I have to show you quick. See me now. This is just a few months later. All right. You paying attention? Okay. So, wait. So, mind you, by the way, Gucci Man is married to a Jamaican woman, right? Big up to Gucci, big up to his wife. That man left to go to prison for an extended period of time and left his wife a certain amount of money. Let's say he left her. I don't know the exact digits and I don't want to make stuff up because you're going to leave here and go read the proper information somewhere else. So could you imagine going off to prison and you leave your wife $2 million and when you come back you have 10 mil? Something like that she did, right? My brethren said, enough of them, girl, you left $2 million, give them, you come back, them body done, them breasts done, them have new body, new breasts, them have hair, different kind of weave, wigs and extension, different eye colors, fingernail, toenail, every friggin' thing, and you don't have $1 left in your account. So he actually got one of the good Jamaican girl them that understand hustle and understand how to flip that money and also understand how to empower her man. She never became his competition. She understood her lane and she understood that he was the brand, right? So she got behind him and she flipped him into a new friggin' man. Gucci used to be like 300 and something pounds, almost 400 pounds. Big belly, looked like he was 9 months pregnant and all that. And one time she catch him and done with him, the man have a 6-pack to rotted. All 8-pack him have. This man is going around eating healthy and exercising every day and not hanging out late nights anymore. We talking about Gucci Guwap. We talking about the dude that ran the streets all night. We're talking about the face of Southern trap music, right? He signed him not too long ago when he looked like this. Keisha and Gucci them signed him when him looked so. And a little falling out happened, and nobody knows what the falling out is. And the artist then came out looking like this. No, people, it's not photoshopped. Is so. Hear this, because I got something to say, right? Because I'm realizing now that it's not only Jamaican people that tune into the platform. I'm realizing now that, you know, the thing is growing and a lot of people from many different dimensions are tuning in. So, gangster rapper Lil Wap announces that he's in the process of transitioning. Are you ready to use the new pronouns when speaking about Lil Wap? All right. This is DJ Academics. Shout out to DJ Academics, our next Jamaican who's a proud Jamaican that also, but he made it. See? All right. The comments in the comment section. Here, let me just be, I'm going to say be brief, but I don't want to talk about brief while I talk about brief and underwear for man. Let's just be short with this one. Pause. All these comments, right? Attention is a hell of a drug. LOL. Please stop posting this shite. And next person says, another person says, use this comment, use my name as a dislike button. 634 people hit it. Next person says, Ak, you ain't had to post this. Don't no one listen to his music, man. Get this off your page. Another person says, you still got time to delete this. Please delete this now. We don't want to see this. Another person says, I'm starting to think that academics is into this. Why you keep posting this? We don't want to see this. Next person says, stop posting this, ninja dog. We not trying to see this. Next person says, fruity, strawberry, banana, apple, and ninja. Another person said, why would you put this on your timeline at all? Another person says, every day y'all move further and further away from God, but thank God for any monetary things in y'all lives. LOL. Whole time it's the devil and y'all souls are getting damned. A next person said, this ninja is smoking punti rocks. A next one says, oh my Lord, I'm scared for this youth. Another one says, listen, why you call him gangster? Gangster does not belong with his name. Another one says, that's not sexy red, is it? Another one says, man, the rap game is effed up. And the list goes on and on. Here's my thing, right? When I was coming up, this wasn't even a thought that a rapper would actually show up looking like this. Now I'm thinking that one day we're going to actually see a dancehall artist. Kind of know them follow everything where America do. Trap music took over America as far as the hip-hop rap industry, and Jamaica followed. So dancehall is now trap, and them call it trap dancehall, right? I'm thinking we ain't too far behind seeing some of this in our culture as well. Here's the thing though. I want y'all to pay attention. Yeah. I'm the old man from way back in the day, whatever. You know, them call anybody over 40 or over 35 these days, you're old, right? So we the old people. But when we were coming up, this wasn't a thing at all. Now it's a way of life and it's all around us. You have people telling you to get your pronouns right and get your this right and your that right. And I want to be addressed as this. I identify as that. And you have to respect it, right? Okay. A lot of these comments in the comment section, move this shit off the timeline, man. I don't want to see this. This is disgusting. Get this away from here. All this other stuff. Let me tell you something. You see him? He was just like these other people just a couple of months ago on somebody's timeline, seeing somebody else look like this. Yeah, it's the same person. Seeing somebody else look like this, saying the same thing. And then he woke up one day and he said, I'm going to be true to myself. You know, he got a criminal record. He been locked up. Now you understand why enough of them like getting locked up, because when they get locked up, they keep each other's secrets and they be behind them walls. I'll never forget when that gangster behind the walls said, hey, young boy, you don't want to come behind here with us. You bucking out there, bucking. You're going to end up in here, right? Ain't nothing in here but testosterone. We ain't doing nothing in here but fucking and fighting each other. That's all we do in here. Man, listen, he said it so short and it was so profound for me. I started checking my life to see if I was doing anything wrong that might send me in that direction. Now I know I'm not doing nothing wrong, right? But I still checked because of the way how he said it, short and to the point. Young buck, you out here bucking and bucking, right? Nobody can tell you nothing. You heading this way. You want to come in here? Let me tell you what's popping in here. Ain't nothing but testosterone in here. All we in here doing is fucking and fighting each other. That's it. Well, he's been in there many a times. All right. And some people go all the way and some people just keep it a secret for life. A lot of the people who are on here commenting, man, move this shit. Man, I don't want to see this no more. Y'all the same way. Y'all just holding it down until you get brave enough in another phase of your life. You probably going to be out there talking about, in my 20s, I was a thug. But in my 40s, I've come to know myself. I'm into men's, and I love wearing dresses and thongs. You know, life is a journey. Where do you filter out at? It's inevitable. It's inevitable. But I was just surprised at how open it is now today in our culture. You know, we already had the Lil Nas X and what's the other one called? Saucy Santana. Lil Nas X and Saucy Santana. And couple of years ago, we said one day, rappers are gonna start coming out and being like, yeah, I'm thug life. You know what I'm saying? I tote guns. I'm out here in the shits. I'm in these streets. I get it in. And I like to wear lingerie every now and then. And I like to dress up, and I got a man. I got lots of girls, but I got a man too. And all this, right? What's the name of that series that came on? If you don't believe that TV is used to soften us up for our reality, think again. What's the name of that series that came on? Damn, I wish Wifey was on here. Down in the with Uncle Clifford and P Valley. Y'all seen P Valley? Have y'all seen P Valley? And yes, I watch it. Me watch it. Nobody can't. Me watch it. It's just like how Jamaican men used to be like, yo, me not watching no Shabada, nothing. When Shabada used to do the plays and stuff, and man used to be like, yo, dog, yo, watch man, if you watch Shabada. Shabada was doing comedy, and it was funny as hell, and I was watching it from day one. I'm secured with my manhood. I know who I am. I told y'all before, if I was gay, I would be a flamboyant gay, because me not hide. I live my life secretly for nobody, period. But I'm not, so you get what you get, right? Watch P Valley, and you'll understand this culture of thug life, hard, out here in these streets, toting guns, mouth full of grill, gold and diamond teeth, this, that, and the other. And then bing bong, here's his other one. That's him again. If you think he playing, that's him again. Yeah. Yep. That's the same person. Same buddy. So there's actually real culture out here with this. A real culture that's out here with this. Where this is the norm. This is the norm. So y'all won't be able to tell no more after a while. This him, he's done playing games. The man said he about to turn up. He going all the way in. He being true to himself. He's tired of hiding. If you feel like being thugged out on Monday and then dolled up on Tuesday, that's what it's gonna be for him from now on. And he not hiding from nobody no more. Remember the dude that went for deliverance and he said, what was his name? That went for the deliverance, and him said, I had testimony. And then I tell him, yes, testify. He went to church, like they were trying to pray gay out of him or something, or deliver him. And him said, I don't love men's no more. I love women's. Women's. I don't remember him. What was the name of that? What was the name of that dude? While he was up there doing it, I ain't gay no more. I don't love men's no more. I love women's. Women's. Yo, when he said, I ain't gay no more, I said, this boy still fruity. Why is you up here going through all this, bro? But I don't know. Maybe it's that spiritual wrestling. He's telling himself that, because a lot of people are telling him, say, it's wrong. You ain't supposed to be doing this. So he start telling himself, say, it's wrong. I'm doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't love men's no more. I've been delivered. I love women's. Yeah, delivered. I've been delivered. I love women's. Why? Anyhow, you got your youths out there, man. You don't know what the hell is going on today. You be lost like me looking at this phone when somebody said, just open a new page while they're talking to me. Just open a new page and put all the information in right there. I'm looking at my phone like this. I say, you talking to me on the phone. How can I open a new page? I'm not going to use the phone where you just pick up the phone and you talk. I know you can open a new page and do all this stuff while you having a conversation with somebody else. The bank call, they telling me, yeah, just go over to another page and verify the information right away while I'm on the phone waiting. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I'm going to have to call you back or you're going to have to call me back. We lost. We don't know what the hell going on out here today. Time's moving fast. Things are changing. Things are changing. Time is moving. All right, let's move along. Enough of that for the morning. I just want y'all to be aware that this culture is on the rise. It's out here. They're doing well. And nobody is going to stop them. So, you see your youths out here, children, grandchildren, whatever you got going on, just know, say, they have to traverse these battlefields, okay? I came up in a time of EPMD, KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, people like that. After that, then came leaders of the new school, Busta Rhymes and these kind of guys. You see Busta today still. Then after that came, the Vibes Cartel and them kind of people, Bounty Killer, something, them, the kind of something, Wayne Marshall, choo, them the kind of thing. Then that's my generation, Baby Sham, them kind of people there. And then now we have, yeah. So we have to just sit down and watch what go on and say, Bumbleclot. You see what Bumbleclot coming now? All right. We're not fighting nobody, Disclaimer again, because some people are very sensitive when it comes to these topics. I'm just trying to show people what's going on because some of us really do live under a rock. Please understand this. A lot of people tune in here. Some people work even 2 jobs. SouFLo, I love when you big up people on morning time, especially the part where you say, big up the people that work multiple jobs. I have utmost respect for you. Some of us don't know what going out there, and we don't care, okay? So we're not care enough to even hit. We're just trying to figure out when it comes to it face. No, we shouldn't say that. Why? When it appears before us, we look at it like, when this happened, right? Right. So they tune into platforms like these and they see things like that and it gets them up to speed with, it's not a one-off. It's something that's happening everywhere. Yeah. My son told me he was in school. Matter of fact, I told y'all the one about the gas station. We stop at the gas station. I'm like, Kosi the girl, I look upon you, she checking you out. Because that's how I was raised. My uncle them from a little. My uncle them, where I drive down the road and my uncle, I say, see that girl there? She a pretty, so I look upon her, And from the tiny, in the front seat, I see me, not even know which part I have to look upon. If you look on her ankle or her elbow, them or her body, I'm in the car seat, but I'm learning, right? So I had this kind of guidance from I was little. So I kind of do the same thing when it comes to my boys. I'm like, she checking you out. Bro, if I was your age group, like back in my day when I was your age group, no girl now pass me if them look good. That's what I be telling my sons, right? At least get a number or something. See if she really checking you out. See if you got it. You know what I mean? Flex your stuff. My son looked at me and said, Dad, that's a boy. I said, what? He said, that's a boy. I said, I paid for my stuff. I walked out the store. I got in the car. He laughing. He tell his brother. He was like, yo, Jay, the girl behind the counter, the one that go to our school. And before he could even finish his sentence, my other son said, yeah, Dad, that's a boy. Matter of fact, it's 2 of them. They're both boys. I'm like, He was like, yeah, they be in school like hugging and kissing each other and all of that too, but they're boys. Honestly, this person checked my grocery, checked my stuff for me buy. I was picking them up from football practice, let me be specific. And we stopped by the store and we got them 2 Gatorades. You know what I mean? Put them electrolytes back in their body. They just done a hard workout. And the person checked me out. You doing all right? All right. Did you find everything okay? You need anything else? I'm staring dead at this person like arm's distance, and I could not tell. I'm there telling my son about, she checking you out. Dad, that's a boy. And they go to my school. So I'm just saying. I'm showing up to my shorty's game today. He has a game at school today. So we're going to say that is the first football game of the season. Anyway, let's move right off, frig, man. There's a next one, man. I don't know what's going on. Adidas boycotts calls grow over biological male modeling women swimsuit. Somebody said, why they always using black men to do this? Listen, them black men ain't saying no. He didn't say no. He modeling the damn swimsuit. But hey, like I said to y'all, it's the new norm. And some of we are old foot were there for too long now. Them say, we soon expire. We just trying to figure out, we just look and I say, clot. Different times for real. Anyhow, let's move on to this. Should we go with the young? Yeah. Let's talk about that one here. Here's your prime minister.
Sent effective April 1, 2024.
Listen.
More this report from Shalois Michael.
An underpaid political class cannot deliver what the country demands. That's the word from Prime Minister Andrew Holness in defending the decision by his government to give a better pay to parliamentarians.
We sat in the cabinet and we agonized even whether or not we should even take any increase. Not something that we took lightly, because we know that there are persons who will try to make political fodder over it as a country. What has plagued us is that we have treated the political class with schizophrenia and disdain. The truth is, you get the quality of governance that you elect. And every government is afraid to touch it, because if you touch it, people say you don't deserve it. Why we should pay you more and the country not running well? The country not running well. Because of that very reason, you have chosen to have an underpaid political class. How must they deliver?
The Prime Minister was speaking earlier.
Me alone say bomber clock just now. This is the PM addressing why they gave themselves this huge. Let me listen again, because you see, this is what I call an insult to injury. Brother, you go chop me, and your sister you chop me, and me said done, Cree. And you fling the big stone and just lick me in my forehead, so after you chop me, you could have just chop me and go on and I did done fight you, This is what we call insult to injury. This is what I call the disrespect to our intelligence. This is what I call, that man that take with a idiot with an H. Idiot.
Jump by as much as 200% effective April 1, 2024. More of this report from Shalois Michael.
Here.
An underpaid political class cannot deliver what the country demands. That's the word from Prime Minister Andrew Holness in defending the decision by his government to give a better pay to parliamentarians.
We sat in the cabinet and we agonized even whether or not we should even take any increase. Not something that we took lightly, because we know that there are persons who will try to make political fodder over it as a country. What has plagued us is that we have treated the political class with schizophrenia and disdain. The truth is, you get the quality of governance that you elect. And every government is afraid to touch it, because if you touch it, people say you don't deserve it. Why we should pay you more and the country not running well? The country not running well. Because of that very reason, you have chosen to have an underpaid political class. How must they deliver?
The Prime Minister was speaking earlier.
And that's somehow on the dumb or on the deaf. First of all, right, I'm going to go through the whole thing over here. But before I go any further, sir, a gunman and crooked and thieving politician is what has plagued us. Not underpaid politicians is what has plagued us. But okay. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Yeah, man, first I call about that. Well, you give me, you just play out while I go. Yeah, man, I'm here to work,
Brother.
The man is not easy, man.
The man straightforward in friggery.
But I mean, the man keeps straight up.
So we can't blame him now. We cannot blame him now,
Me, we are about you, me, I say no directly. We Jamaican, right? Especially overseas. I 3 million away overseas, right? So we need to have a dollar drive forever where we can hire a lawyer and put these people accountable. A criminal, a robbery, and for examples now. You get an answer? You know hard enough. $1 for every man forever. Nothing government to keep things like this in a check. And that man is a bona fide criminal.
But here what though? Here why this not gonna work. I don't like to shoot down great ideas, but if we in the diaspora put money together, right, and say get good lawyers to go prosecute these high-profile criminals, them have to go prosecute them through the same judicial system that is actually controlled by them and their cronies. So it's not gonna work.
Well, guess what happens? They'll take them, move them one by one. I mean, it's a one by one. It will hard, but it can work.
Not in the same judicial system. Not in the same judicial system. Well, the whole of them people there, you know, them barbecue at each other yard and have backyard party and pop wine and bottles and celebrate with each other. Their children know each other's children. That kind of something there, you know, judge, lawyer, doctor, them not doctor but politician, them somebody doctor them too. But so it's not gonna work that way there.
Well, if I say go here, we're gonna do. We have to do like a Malcolm. And take it to the human rights at some point. You understand? You don't have me overnight, but it can be done.
All right. Man. All right.
So anyway, big up yourself.
Manners and respect here. All right. Yeah, I don't think that wouldn't work. What would work is, you see, a new political party is needed. That's what's going on. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo.
Yes, family. Good morning.
Me happy real quick to say me 2 cents on the vibe. You want a wicked man than that?
Say, no, sir.
The man blade. So what me want to know? What me want to know is, like how you say, the politician them underpaid, so they can't perform. Or they're supposed to perform.
Teacher.
One to the teacher,
soldier,
one to the police,
all right,
one to the regular people.
All right, the whole of it underperform.
Voila.
Yeah.
Other day, we see they said they raise up the part thing that we then give the people the food for the poor thing. Them raise it what you know, and lo and behold, them go back to take off $500 off it. And then raise it what day. So when you come and talk and I say, boy, oh, the politician them can't perform because they're not getting enough money. Bullshit. And one thing I see in Jamaican, they're violence.
Yeah, your phone that break up now.
The thing that can bring back that down Jamaica and the people have rise in the youth. Believe me, you know.
It all happened.
I see Charleston White there when he mature, the man them will say them a bad man and say them Charleston White say not kill no politician. You not nothing but for the people. So I think me have to say to all the man them down there kill off their one another. And the man them down there chop. See man them will get 20 million and 40 million. See them down there, them will go chop. And see them like you know make uncomfortable. You understand me? I say until they start feel uncomfortable, nothing not change.
Right, that's all. Right, that's all.
That's my 2 cents. Them have to start feeling uncomfortable with the people them have to.
Real talk. Real talk.
Them not care about crime and violence. Them can curb crime and violence, my talk. Look on what day when the little man says something about Andrew.
Oh, they find him fast.
See, because he's a little nobody. He have no link to none of them in our society. But he want them in our society where they have them friends, where they go to that community and I say, I hear me, or I'm gonna come in. So whoever run up on us on the issue them more. So what
your phone a chop up with brother.
Anyway, I'm not even go stand too long in a talk.
All right, my lord.
Big up yourself.
Manners are
because they just piss me off in my morning.
Jano.
Believe me. Listen, continue to do your great work. Yeah.
Yes, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Listen. This is Okay, so let me address this real quick. Shout out to all the entertainers who are coming out and saying stuff. People like me say stuff and been saying stuff for years, right? Hold on the caller. People like me been saying stuff like this for years, right? And you think that the same people them would actually say, yo, y'all need to go listen to... See, this is how it works, right? This is how it works. When somebody is willing to speak up based on what they're seeing, and you know so them tell truth, you get behind them. You put your platform behind them. You make noise with them, or you make them noise louder. I've been saying all this stuff for 7 years. I was pulling up videos on YouTube of me 7 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, coming down the line, saying the same type of stuff that's happening now, right? Not one of them people that who have a voice ever said, yo, you ever listen to the youth, SouFLo? Yo, the youth, they listen to what him say yesterday on a show about Andrew and where I'm going with. You ever listen to the youth? Not one of them. Not one of them. Mr. Bounty Killer come out and talk, of course, poor people governor, all this, all right, and whoever else did, Baby Shaman, Bujo, and all these things. Okay. How come none of these people say anything to the people like this? You have 3 parties in Jamaica. Me not hear not one of them say it yet. You have 3 parties in Jamaica, because talking about the problem and then calling Andrew a big thief and then calling the politician them wicked and all that. Okay, that stirs up everybody. Everybody a bomber clock, this, Ross, that. And then election call are outside full of green shirt or full of orange shirt. Not one of them has said there are 3 political parties in a Jamaica, you know. I mean, I tell the people them right now, say, we need to get behind the UIC, you know, because we never give them a chance before and we're tired of the same thing. You know what I said the other morning? I said, if you read through the whole thing, it clearly says the raise don't only go for who's in power now. The opposition get raised too. So remember I said that? And next thing we know, I go up on some man platform, big platform, you are, and me say, yeah, the 2 parties are the same thing because the other side get raised too and they cross the aisle for sign off on it. And okay, I already said that. When you gonna tell the people them said they have choices, because that's when you start to empower the people, when you start telling them that they have choices. You see how bad it look? You see how bad it look, and nobody still now say you have choices. And what we are gonna do? What are we gonna do? Sit down and bomber clock all day? Or are we gonna just sit around and cry for another 5, 10, 15, 20 years? Watch these wicked people get rich, stupid rich, and move themselves on. You know, say if anything happening in Jamaica right now, remember when Buju said who can afford to run will run, the whole of them can run. Your family members, them can't run, and some of we who they are foreign, we think we're safe, will always have to touch back that soil, right? Including myself. So, are any of you with a big loud voice, like a bounty killer, willing to stand and say, we have 3 parties in Jamaica? Because clearly, and I think Mr. Patterson already explained to us why they're not doing it, but clearly TVJ, CVM, whatever news entities, Gleaner, Star, Observer, Loop, the whole of them, they have conspired to not let the UIC in, to not give them any platform, any publicity, to not educate the people and let the people know, say, a 3rd political party is in Jamaica and you have a choice. And their agenda is completely different from the agenda that is being pushed by PMP and JLP. Why you know I do that? So anytime you get a bounty killer come out and say, somebody tag me as soon as Killer said. Somebody tag me as soon as any of these prominent entertainers are ready to use their platforms to say it. But you know what them are going to say instead? Me now vote again. Me know in them politics something there. Me now vote again. That's what they're going to say. So instead of the people actually being able to make change and feel empowered and hold their leaders accountable and say to them, if you don't do what you're elected to do, we vote you the hell out and get somebody else in. That's where you hold power at, right? Instead of them letting the people know that, them are going to keep on telling people them, but me not vote again. Me not vote again. Because the two parties, them are the same thing. All right, babe, my son come here. All right. You know, say hi to my audience. Me know say you're gone all. All right, babe. All right. So, like I said, the kids have to go to the doctor this morning. And wifey, I'll leave now because she have to go do all the intake stuff. And I'll meet them over there in half an hour. See? We're juggling all kind. Me now say juggle balls. Because after that morning entry there. Yeah, we're juggling many different things. It's real life we are dealing with. Anyhow, let's take a phone call real quick. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo, how are you?
I'm doing good, family. How are you doing this morning?
I'm okay. I just wanted a little bit of clarity, please. Okay, so what's the role of the opposition? Because yes, Andrew is in power and his party is running everything or whatever, but what's the role of the PNP party?
Okay, so if you look at, you live in the US?
No, I'm in Canada.
Okay, but okay, so it's oh man, if you were in the US, I would say Republican versus Democrats, same thing.
Okay,
right.
All right, and then there's the Senate. So when you pass certain laws or you put certain things to a vote, they're more like the mediator then.
Yeah, in a sense.
Does Jamaica have that?
Yeah, they have that in the House of Parliament. Everything? They have that in the House of Parliament. But hear what? If you have it, just like in the US, if you have your right amount of people in, then the favor will more likely be on your side all the time because they won't. If you control the House, then you can control whatever goes to the House to get debated and get signed off on.
But Andrew controls everything. He's more like a dictator than anything else. Nothing gets signed off. He just comes and talks and says what he's gonna do, and that's it.
And it get done.
It's like nobody says anything. That's the part I'm confused about. There is no debate about anything.
Crystal G says 49 to 14.
49 to 14?
49 to 14. So
wow.
And I think this is why what's his name said the other day he's afraid of him. I didn't know it was that.
Who, Crawford?
Crawford said the other one, yeah, I'm afraid of him. No, I'm afraid. And then we laughed. And he was like, no, seriously, I'm afraid of him. Because he has absolute power now. And that's
why he moves the way he does.
Wow.
Because he seems untouchable.
Right.
And people not realizing that. And as you said, yes, an election is going to call again. And then the same people are going to run out with their shirts and their colors and their baton and their pots beating and everything for their good up, bro God.
Yeah, again.
That's not doing anything for them.
I don't want this to go over anybody's head. I want people to hear this because most people tune in more to their entertainers than they do tune in to the politicians. So ask your favorite entertainer that has a big platform that is a Jamaican, why are they not using their platform to educate the Jamaican people as well? Because they pretend like they want Jamaica to be a better place, right? And when they're overseas, they make it on the Jamaica brand. You understand? So why wouldn't they educate their audience? I have not heard the UIC need help, man. And I'm frustrated because I'm looking at it like the UIC is not going to friggin' make it. They're not going to make it because they need financial support that they don't have. And they need numbers and backing, presence on social media, all this. I don't see no movement going on. So we're stuck with the same old one coin, two different sides of the same friggin' coin.
Last night on Andre's program, Crawford was on there and he made a comment and Andre asked him, why don't you be a part of the UIC then? Why don't you go and support them? Because he was very opposed to what Andrew Holness was saying and doing and the decisions they make with all these pay raises and all that. And all he said to that was, the UIC is there, but I don't agree with some of their, I guess, policies or whatever they're trying to push forward. And nothing else was said about it. No, there was no question asked about what policies, what you don't agree with. Nothing about it. It was just left like that.
And you know Crawford is a highly intelligent man. He is. And if it was to our benefit, he would have broken it down simply so everybody could understand. obviously they all have an agenda to keep on playing with either PNP or JLP, and that's it. All of them, including all our entertainers. All of them. They don't want to see nothing different. It's time for somebody to actually say the truth, right?
The way the country is right now.
Yes.
That's what I always said. It benefits them.
Yeah.
Whenever, okay, if we're talking about crime, the higher up, the higher ups, the people with money, the rich people in Jamaica, you never hear not one of them come out and say anything to do with crime. All they're saying is, oh, stop blaming the prime minister. He can't solve everything. Yes, but he can put things in place.
Right. But you know what, though? They're selfish as shit, and they're not affected. I'm telling, listen, not to cut you off, they're not affected.
When you're not affected, you don't care. It's just like your example with the Chinese man in Jamaica with the wholesale and how they're talking to the locals. Disrespecting them, and everybody pass on here, and they're gonna say, "Well, I don't need them. I talk to
right,
but I meet."
Right,
they've gone back there to go support the same man,
and empower him.
No, I'm in a business. I don't my problem. It not affect me, so me just carry on, and they just go back and do what they're doing. Nobody cares.
Facts.
Not even the fellow man cares for the fellow man.
Facts.
That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna keep listening.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
But have a good weekend.
All right, you too, family.
Thank you.
Yeah, wife give me permission to stay until 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna stay until like 5-10 minutes before 9, because I'm gonna meet her over there at the doctor's office with my babies. Anyhow, it's time that somebody say this, and let me repeat this one more time again. Most people that are on social media do not tune into politicians. They tune into entertainers. Ask your favorite entertainer why they are not saying anything. Ask them. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on, family? Talk to me now.
Oh, Lord, you can hear me? Yeah.
We can't hear you, but we can hear a bag of people back. Somebody are trying to fight you or what? You need help? We have to send a rescue party.
Outside load and inside load. You can hear me?
So, yeah, we'll find one little corner and talk to them. I don't know what it is with our entertainers, but none of them are saying anything. And I find it strange.
I mean, why would they?
The only thing that I say, the only thing they keep saying is, "But I like what Andrew just said," but they're not saying, "Listen to me. We've been getting the same thing from the two sides, right?" Bounty Killer just said it yesterday. He said the other side signed. I said it in the morning. He said it in the afternoon. The other side signed off on it too, and them get raised too. So, Nasisse, we as the people in the middle, we're afraid, right? But why didn't he go further and say, "Hey, so we have a third choice"?
I mean,
you know how much people would have said, "Yo, Bounty Killer just mentioned UIC, dog. UIC, me thing that." You know how influential these people are. He sure get the crowd to move for other things.
Some of them, what I can say is that some of them, okay, benefit of the doubt to some of them, maybe don't know, but those who do know, they don't care.
No, them know. Them know. I may not give them no more benefit of the doubt. They all know. The whole of them know.
And even if they don't, they could have just said go independent. They could even say something like that. But
them know.
They're building their brand off of us. They make their money off of us. They don't need, in their minds, it's all about the money. They don't have to liberate us. They just need to keep us. The system works for them. Two, remember, every society needs its artists, its creators. And those people benefit off of the free time of the people. So if the people have a whole heap of time being distracted by them, being distracted by political rhetoric, being distracted by events and other stuff, while elites have time to keep the money, them have time to make money off of that too.
True.
So they benefit in a way off of our suffering.
True. So if everybody is all uplifted and happy, you can't sing no sad song and sell them. You can't sing no poor people song and sell them. You can't sing no cuss out government song and sell them, because they won't sell because we can't relate. You know, and
in a way,
then a whole
Jamaica was nice.
Whole heap of unemployed people, always looking for time, or people who are on the lesser part spectrum of earning, so to speak. They always have time to self-medicate and try to get away from, you know. So entertainment is like an entrapment for some people, and a money field for others. You know, like I listen to a lot of music. I go to shows and this and that, follow my favorite entertainer, because I would rather do that than to tune into the actual reality of what was going on. 11 people murdered in the last 3 days in one part of Mobay. Oh shit, I got my tickets booked to go to Mobay. I'm scared. I don't know if that might reach me, but that sounds kind of weird. Instead of us tuning into like our reality, we tune into our entertainers, right? And they keep us entertained.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's why they're friends. That's exactly why every time they come out and they say, "Oh, Andrew, whatever." When they meet Andrew, they're shaking hands.
Your meds deep in you.
That Andrew helps to create.
Yeah.
Is the same one that they benefit off of.
Yeah.
The other day, I think yesterday, I think it was maybe the night before, because it's on Wednesday. Dean Jackson Miller interviewed Nigel Clark in him, the Minister of Finance. The man is trying to talk to him. She's trying to tell him the people are upset about the stuff. And this guy have charts to display all the numbers. So it went from 8 million to 20 million to 22 million. So this is the charts. And have one for nurses, one for lawyers, one for doctors. And she's like, listen, put on your chart them. Stop. We all know that these charts are going to help you. How are you supposed to be getting paid $7 million in himself? And they know he's getting paid like what, 24? From 7 to 24?
When you hang up, I'm going to play it because I have it. When you hang up, I'm going to play it because I have it. He was actually trying to overtalk her, right? And she said to him, okay, so you overtalk me because you don't want me to tell the people them this. And she had a piece of information that actually factual, and everything was broken down in, I think, Jamaican dollars. And the bottom line is this. Out of the entire Caribbean diaspora, Jamaican politicians make the most money, and they make, out of all the other Caribbean islands, Jamaican politicians make the most money, right? And we are in probably the worst. Nobody murder rate no high like ours. Nobody no flood out with gun like we. Nobody ain't have people. Our people are running away now like crazy. Our opportunities for our citizens, the infrastructure for our medical facilities, the pay for our civil servants. Like we can't go on and on and on. All these other places are doing way better than Jamaica is. And yet our politicians are the highest paid. And she was trying to bring that information to the public. And him start, yeah man, and then start doing all this antics, trying to get her like to skip over it. And she didn't skip over it, and she called him out on it, and she still went through the information, and I have it right here. Yeah, but the whole of them are con artists, man. They're all con artists. And it's clear to see. I'm just disappointed in the people for continuing to believe in this party thing. I'm stick with my party, and am I good up, President, Prime Minister, this, and I'm tired of it.
Every country has their own version of the Matrix. This is ours.
Yeah.
Ours was made before anybody alive was born. Everything was written before it happened.
True.
So now it's happening. We're watching it happen, and it's scary, but this is what it is. You only have one choice, and it's to destroy the system.
But this is what I want us to remember, though, right? Is this what we're going... Just ask yourself this. Is this what we are going to pass on to our future generations? And this will pass on to them. All right. Let that bubble in your head for a while. That's what we're passing on to them. All right, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right.
Big up yourself. Yeah, this is what we're passing on to our future generation, right? Somebody fought, got their feet kicked away, got their teeth punched out, got beaten to a pulp for us to have better. And the better that they gave us, we came and enjoyed, and then we watch it deteriorate, and we left and did nothing. And we said, make the next generation handle that. So in essence, what we're doing is where heap up sufferation pan we picking them that's not even here yet. I'm talking about your grandchildren. I'm talking about your grandchildren's children. Because if you think this is going to get any better until something is done, it's not. It's going to get worse because they have other plans for us. And they have other plans for Jamaica that I've been telling y'all about for about 7 years now. You know, so the KPH doctor when they hire UPS direct to move impose upon IG. Yes, my friend, that's the one that wifey sent to me that I wanted to find. Because she said, come give me, let me see. They're moving, them a move like crab sideways. Let me see. Okay, so it's one of these. We agree that everyone deserves an increase, including the members of parliament, but the amount of increase is unreasonable. You know, wife said they gave the minimum wage a 40% increase. These demons didn't even give themselves a 40% increase. They came back and gave themselves a 200% increase on a multi-million-dollar salary and have people out here working minimum wage and surviving off $83 per week. So I want the world to know that when you see Jamaicans in Jamaica, like when you visit and y'all do your pictures and you flick it up and you like, oh, we had a ball in Jamaica and stuff. All those brothers and sisters that you see, they're surviving off $83 a week. And that's for them and them whole family. That's transportation to and from work. That's groceries for the house. That's petrol or gas. That's back and forth. That's shoes, clothes, food, everything. $83 per week. But go on. Okay, so I thought it was a video, but apparently it's not, right? Yeah, it's not a video. It's a writing, and the writing says, "This is Dr. Michelle Charles. Let me invite anyone to spend a week with me and to keep both my personal and political cell phone for the week. Then they can write up my job description after their regular 2:30 a.m. phone calls. Call me to set up and make sure you have your money to share. Bless." Don't know what that's about. Their dream. Somebody said, we agree that everyone deserves an increase, including members of parliament, but the amount of increase is unreasonable. Look at the state of KPH. As an example, we struggle daily. This is the Kingston Public Hospital. We have some of these hospitals in Jamaica. People know. People actually say it out loud all the time. Accident happened. Where am I go? You say, oh my God, KP, yeah, him dead. Well, no might as well start planning funeral now. Like there's no friggin' hope. The people them know. Anybody go over there so dead. This is what the doctor said, and they shared it back over here because they forced them to take it down, right? As an example, we struggle daily. Look at the state of KPH. As an example, we struggle daily to get CT scans for the general public of Jamaica. More effort needs to be placed in developing the medical facilities of this country rather than hiking the salaries of our leaders. This is not true leadership. And then the next comment was, I have been asked to remove my post by the higher powers that be. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And this is Dr. Philip Coombs. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Flo.
Morning, family. How you doing? Talk to me now, man.
All right, you don't really know. I just one little short thing. They didn't know, say, Nigel Clark study a thing named actuary.
Actuary.
Right.
Minister of Finance. Minister of Finance. Yes. He must have.
Right. Yeah. So when you come with them kind of figures there, now as somewhere in now know about figures where in figure more or less than nobody else now know about. I mean then him know it much more about than me even me then.
May I tell you something? A lot of them so-called highly educated people, right? them big old education don't even apply to the job that they do, and it shows in their performance. It don't take no high degree or nothing to figure out that friggery is going on. The common man without a degree know that and can see it. The children know it and can see it. So him studying actual science or actuarial science or being an actuary and all this, that are just, me don't know who for head that I got turn up and I'm having big degree and me don't know what that is, but it sounds prestigious. But me no business about none of that. It's a bag of thief, them, my friend. It's a manners. Yeah, that's the type of stuff that they use to beat the common people in the head, right? You know, I was so okay, I'm doing occupational therapy, right? And I said to myself, one of my dreams is to go back to Jamaica and have my own clinic one day. Everything I do outside of that until that day comes is I'm gathering up experience as I travel, as I learn, as I increase my intelligence in the field, right? And my experience in the field, hands-on experience, learn different things, learn how to fabricate splints, learn different treatment techniques, all this other stuff firsthand. And then I'll take all that back with me eventually, because this is where I plan to, like, I shouldn't say end my life, but live out the rest of my days, right? And be of service. I checked around and I realized that where is the occupational therapy school in Jamaica? They don't have one. They don't have one. So anybody who's going to be an occupational therapist in Jamaica has to be schooled outside of Jamaica. So that means, like, there's, man, listen, I tired of the foolishness here, man. Tired of the foolishness, period. And again, we ain't got much time left, but I want everybody to ask your favorite entertainer, whoever you tune in today. If you tune into Queen Ifrica today, if you tune into Lady Saw today, because we're going to talk about for them foolishness right next, and that's how we're going to end this morning, just so we end on a light note and not such a heavy note, because their is trivial, right? But if you tune in to any of your entertainers today, please ask them, how come you guys never say anything about a third party in Jamaica and let your audience know that they have choices? Not one of them can answer you and say this. Well, the whole of them are the same thing. You don't know because you never tried the third one. You've always been between one and the other, and one and the other has been giving us the same crap my whole life. I'm a big man, and enough I don't know all of that on me, and y'all seen it your whole life. So it's time to tell the people, hey, let's try option C. Let's see what happens, right? If option C doesn't work out, we ditch their ass forever and go back to our A or B, right? But at least let's try option C. Isn't that practical thinking? Isn't that like what makes sense? Or are we going to keep battering between these two abusers? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, morning.
Good morning, fam. You know you're not coming as scam likely, but go on.
No, okay. So we have to leave at 9. So I'm going to keep it short.
Yeah, please do.
Some huge point.
Do you have us on speaker? Because I want you to be heard. Do you have us on speaker or Bluetooth? Because you're not coming through clearly.
Yeah, we are on speaker here.
Okay, you have to.
Yeah, but just quickly.
If you have us on speaker or Bluetooth, we're not going to hear you clearly, and I want you to be heard.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll work with this.
You're going to run off at 9, so let me just make this point.
Yeah, go ahead.
You just say, right?
Okay, now you're breaking up too much for us to hear you.
All right, now I'll call back on any time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we don't have much time. We have to squeeze on go, because we're about to get up out of here. We're going to switch the topic, though. I want to end this one this morning by asking everybody to do me a favor this weekend. I'm going to do it, too. Whatever entertainer I tune into this weekend, I'm going to ask them, how come you never say to the Jamaican people that follow you that we have a third party? Is it because y'all are aligned with one of the parties that exist now? What's the problem? What's the reason? Why are you not doing it? I'm going to hear what them say. Monday morning when we come back, I'm going to have answers from who don't answer me, I'm going to tell you. And who do answer me, I'm going to tell you. Some of them don't like talk to me because I'm just playing like that, right? But it's okay. All right. Let's go out on a light note this morning. Let's go into something trivial because that did heavy. I just feel frustrated. Let's talk about Queen Ifrica and the Lady Saw. You know, it's like, well, Lady Saw, Queen Ifrica put out a new message for Lady Saw. This right. Woo, before I go any further, I gotta share this with y'all. If you look at this picture, right, you see how Andrew D look hungry? You see how they look hungry? Do you know what the sign that he was holding says? The sign that he was holding says, pay Parliament minimum wage. Hashtag, lead by example. This was 2014. A bro got this in a 2014. You see when man, they hungry. We have a saying in a Jamaica, you know, dirty tea. Sorry for maga dog, them turn around bite you, you know. Right? You ever help somebody up from the dirt yet? And when them reach anywhere, them start spit on you like them better than you. Anyhow, we're gonna left that this morning. Jamaica know what not do here. Know what you know do. That's all I'm saying. Let's get into this Queen Ifrica Lady Saw something, and it shall take us out of here for the weekend. All right. Here's Queen Ifrica talking to Lady Saw. I've heard.
So look no friend from the gay community. Move and go look a friend, go look friend from the gay community on your own. Don't use my name. Fire burn you. You dance with the devil and come and go on like you love God. You don't love God. Fire burn you again. Don't use my name, look no friend from the gay community, Lady Saw. If you look friend from the gay community, go and go look friend from the gay community. Don't use Queen Ifrica name. You're out order. You're very out order and you confirm in my head say you're not good. If I did a doubt me have say you're not good, you confirm to me say you're not good, miss. Because what you need to do is go accept the truth when me tell you. Go know God for true. You don't know God for true. You want to use God to make money, not for no time, so. Use God to make money. Go know God, Lady Saw. Yeah, Lady Saw, don't use my name for look no friend from the gay community. Move and go look a friend, go look friend from the gay community on your own. Don't use my name. Fire burn you. Yeah.
All right. So there's one report out here that says, I'm never telling you what to go read it at. Lady Saw Marian Hall response to Queen Ifrica. We are gonna run through that one day. But you can find on Urban Islands, Queen Ifrica denies Marian Hall claims that she is a lesbian. If you look at my icon this morning, you will see Queen Ifrica and Marian Hall or Lady Saw, them hug up, right? Somebody said Queen Ifrica bleach. That's the first thing I said yesterday when I saw it. I said that's how the skin look when you're bleaching and then you lay off of the bleaching and you go back to bleaching. But me not judging nobody. You know what I'm saying? You want to apply whatever topical thing to your skin or whatever, that's your business. There's bigger things to be said here than what she have bleach with our skin. But I feel disappointed if it's coming from Queen Ifrica that she have bleach out. Because Queen Ifrica, out of all people, you wouldn't expect them kind of behavior from. Anyhow, Minister Marian Hall is clapping back at reggae singer Queen Ifrica, who last week called her confused. Now, when I hear Lady Saw response, Queen Ifrica called her confused last week following a weekend sermon where Minister Marian Hall embraced her titty them and her body and say, yes, it's God give her them and she never have to do nothing to them. And Queen Ifrica come out and say, look like you're a true word, right? Though she wished to avoid the noise, Minister Marian Hall said she's no pushover and she will not turn the other cheek in the face of disrespect. So she put on the Bible a little bit and she went from Minister Marian Hall back to Lady Saw. She said she need to check what is in her weed, what is in her ganja, because she sound like she's stupid, she high, or she's a fool. Minister Marian Hall went on to say, God forgive me, but you know, for real, you need to check what you're smoking. and check who you're talking to, because you're out of your mind. You lose a couple screws or your head get chipped because you're not addressing me. In a TikTok video, Queen Ifrica posted that Marianne Hall 2015 baptism was fear-driven. Remember when she said that about J. Capri dead and Queen Ifrica Lady Saw gets spooked and run go to church, but she never really ready for the church thing and all that? All right, past that. Why you come and talk, say I feel titty and all this and I feel body? Queen Ifrica said, find a better way if you say all that, man. Because it seems like you want to come back in a dancehall, but you want to come back in a way where, find a way if you come back where we can accept you back, you know? Nobody come in like you come kick off no door and do no nothing. Anyways, she tell her, allow the girl know. She's talking about Spice. So she was defending Spice, right? Allow the girl know. She do her body and she do what she do to herself and she really try to move on from it. So no, nobody come join back the line with no titty and breast argument. Come call Spice. Make it up with Spice. And on a set back dancehall on a female side and make the man them say dancehall can set on the female side and on can have some real love and real unity. That's what Queen Ifrica said, right? She hear voices. Yo, some other someone Spice and the Angel recently reconciled, but Marianne Hall, Lady Saw, has long said that she harbors no ill feelings towards any one of them, including Spice. She shut down the talks of her returning as Lady Saw to dancehall, and she maintains that her stance that God is putting her in a particular space to win souls for him. Matter of fact, she says nobody else couldn't go in there, so and me have to go in there, so I was in there before. Me know we're in there. Right? So me have to go in there. Hey, hear what she said now. This is where she goes from Lady Saw. This is where she goes from Minister Marianne Hall. The Bible get put on, the skirt get pick up, and she turn into Lady Saw again. She says, yeah, open up your ugly mouth like people afraid of you. This is imagine your minister. Address your pastor, address you when you come to church. So open up your ugly mouth like people afraid of you. This is Minister Marianne Hall response to Queen Ifrica. Open up your ugly mouth like people afraid of you. The way you blaspheme against God is not God create you. I think it's a grill man make you. That's why your face look like iron. I'm a dog. Yeah. Oi, bomba clot. Open up your ugly mouth like people afraid of you. The way you blaspheme against God is not God create you. I think it's a grill man make you. That's why your face look like iron. I'm a dancehall artist. I'm a pop artist. I'm a gospel artist. I'm a reggae artist. I do all genres of music. Me never know say you control dancehall. You control the gates of hell. Go back and stand up at that gate. Yo, hey, this picture is so appropriate, right? When she fixed her glasses. She fixed her glasses. Hold on there. Hold my Bible there, Franco. Hold my Bible. Let me fix my glasses and address that girl. I think it's a grill man make you. That's why you look so tough and ugly. I couldn't God make you. All about that time you blaspheme against God. Just like Queen Ifrica had earlier claimed to be the peacemaker between Lady Saw and Spice, or Marianne Hall and Spice. Hall made some claims of her own. Particularly, Minister Marianne Hall said that she used to check in on Queen Ifrica when she was allegedly being abused in her abusive relationship. She said, you become a mix-up, vulgar woman. You're so vulgar and brawling that I wonder if that is why your man used to slap you up out in the streets like that. The last time I was calling and checking on you, but you need somebody else to check on you now. Here what? Check your weed and see if other things not in it. A crack, she saying at the weed, you know. See if some coke not in it. Because you're off. You're off. And this couldn't mean you're addressing. Talk to me back. Go back in at the corner because you were away. out in the corner like you were confused and you come back a new person. But this new person is surely not what people were expecting. You degraded yourself. You downgraded yourself. You're loud and vulgar and you just cantankerous. And if something is wrong, get yourself out and mix up and go back to who you were or who we thought you were when you used to be respected by us. Why? And then she make a comment about Queen Ifrica being a lesbian. And Queen Ifrica, that is the video me play go no earlier. Queen Ifrica said if you look relations with the gay community, don't use my name for do it. Just go over there, go look the relations for yourself. Right? We're gonna end the video right there. So this morning. We'll take one more phone call. This is our last phone call. I have to go. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, SouFLo. First time I'm calling, but listen to you every day.
Manners and respect, family. Thank you. Talk to you now.
Yeah, what I really want to tell you that Tanya Stevenson was on the what you call it? You what?
The UIC. UIC.
Yeah.
People go look up the UIC. It's the third party in Jamaica, and the Jamaican people have a choice. You go JLP, PNP, or UIC.
Yeah, but I tell you, Tanya Stevenson was on the UIC side, but what happened? She said no more because she found out that is the same person like Andrew. So she backed down and now she turned for Golden.
Yeah, okay.
So Tanya Stevenson was there. If you look up Tanya Stevenson's page, you should see that she was there for them.
All right, family.
But she realized that it's the same person. So she backed out.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask you how she realizes the same person when the person never got a term in office to run and prove anything. But hey, like I said, them two parties they've been around throughout Tanya's whole life, so she was already aligned to one or the other, which is how most of our people are.
She was born JLP.
Yeah.
And she was campaigning for Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
But she said Andrew disappointed her.
Mm-hmm.
So she turned to the ULC, and when she realized, she found out that is another Andrew. So she now cheering for Goldie.
Yeah, so she not help nothing. Okay. Live on the air. Manners and respect to you, family, and thank you.
Big up yourself.
Manners. All right, people, have a wonderful weekend. God go with you. Get out there, get you some sunshine in your skin because you're melanated people and it's healthy for you. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. Be safe out there. And remember, surround yourself with people that uplift your vibrations, right? Uplift your spirit. People that have real love for you or people that you have real love for. If you cannot do that, it's okay. Crack a bottle of wine, lay down in your bathtub, spend some time alone by yourself, get to know you and love you. Self-love is the real love. And you can't love nobody else till you love your rascal self. Bumble clot. I'm out of here. Peace.